Hello, everybody. This is the Real Estate Titan coming to you live on May the 22nd, 2024. Yesterday, I had uploaded some material related to rental income and forecasting rental income. Today, I wanted to talk to you about operating expenses. The operating expenses that I use when I look to identify a property, when forecasting what my expenses are going to be like over the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years are your property taxes, your insurance, your maintenance, repairs, management fees, HOA fees, if there are HOA fees, utilities, water, and sewer. And that should give you a pretty wide base, a grasp of what your total operating expenses consist of. Regarding management fees, there may not need to be a management fee if you, as the owner of the property, are self-managing the property. Uh, Generally speaking, for my management fees, I've been using 10% of gross rentals, and that seems to have worked for me up to now. But again, it can range anywhere between 8 to 12%. I've seen a little lower, I've seen actually slightly higher, depending on the management company, property management company. So it's just something to keep in mind. Another thing that people have always asked me regarding forecasting expenses has been how much do you go out? How, because expenses never stay the same. More often than not, they generally go up. And so my number that I've used to increase my expenses, my operating expenses, has come out to 3% every year. One of the ratios that I also wanted to share with everyone is what they refer to as the expense ratio. Many times people will ask, well, what's the expense ratio like? The expense ratio is taking the your all your expenses, all your operating expenses, and you are dividing it by the gross income or your gross rents. And again, the higher the expense ratio, lower the expense ratio, it's all going to depend upon the property, the upkeep of the property, where the property is located. But again, it should give you an idea, right, as to how much money is coming out based upon your gross rental. So in this specific case, this was a property that we looked at in Las Vegas. I had the expense ratio was roughly 30%. Now, again, the reason why that is important is because that is going to impact what they refer to as your NOI. Your NOI is your net operating income, where you are taking your your gross income and subtracting out your operating expenses. So the higher your expense ratio, the lower your NOI, which of course can greatly impact the value of the property. Because again, recognize, as long as you steadily maintain growth in your net operating income, the value of that property should should continue continue to grow in value. So if you found any value in this, please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you at the next video.